Hello. You all come in, hit the like and share button. And I have not live streamed in some days because I simply was not feeling well, and I wanted to do a breakdown of numerology from a biblical perspective on the date of July 13th. Why the ruling on July 13th? Now, oftentimes, if you think of the number, or some people in the untrained mind, and I think of the number 13, they think of 13 as an unlucky number. But I'm going to break down and show you why 13 um, is maybe just the opposite of what you've been told or what you thought that it is. So come in again. I'm going to show you the screen of the Gematria as XRP. The letters itself is let's see, pull this pitch screen up. The ordinal of XRP is number 58. 8 plus 5 is 13, right? The ordinal of XRP is number 58, and we get the X, we get the ordinal, right? One word, three letters. When you think of number 13, I want you to think of the Trinity and think of the number one, and its symbolism of the number one and the Trinity combined. So the number one is only divisible by itself. It is an independent number of any other numbers, but it composes them all. So the Bible centers on the unity and the primacy of being number one, or God being number one. So number one also represents unity of the Trinity, right? Masculine, feminine, and Holy Spirit. In my opinion, I know organized religion may teach God Father and His Son. I believe in the beginning, Elohim, which is the masculine, the original context, the original Hebrew is in the beginning, Elohim created. Elo, feminine, him, Him, is masculine. So the number 13, as you see, XRP and the ordinal, for some can represent rebellion or lawlessness. Rebellion against what? Rebellion against the dollar, against the current currency system. And so number 13 also is representation. If you study the wall of Jericho's in the Bible, right? The destruction of Jericho is stamped with the number 13. Now, I know many times the number 7 is taught on this, and the number 7 is divine transition, right? Divine transition with number 7. However, 13, it was marched for a total times for 6 straight days. The city was marched around for 6 straight days. And then on the last day, on the 7th day, it was marched 7 times, making it 13 in total. King Solomon, this is King Solomon, and this is in 1 Kings 7:1, and also 1 Kings 6:38. He spent a little more of 7 years building Jerusalem's temple, so a rebuilding or the building of a new construction. And however, he spent 13 years, also 13 for King Solomon, the richest king in the Bible, building a home for himself. Again, that's 1 Kings 7:1. So 13, right, um, is a number of transition, right? Ishmael, which is the first physical son of Abraham, was circumcised when he was of 13 years of age. So the peeling back, or a part of a new covenant, revealing something new, peeling back, and something old with the revealing of something new, of revealing of a new covenant, a new destruction for the walls of Jericho, right? 13 years for King Solomon in building a home and building a temple. And so that's all I'm going to just say about the number 13 as it relates to, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not all I'm going to say as it relates to the ruling of XRP. Now, another thing that I want to say is that you must understand the difference between the Gregorian calendar and the Hebrew calendar as well, right? You must understand the names of these months in Latin in its original form or originality. So July was named in the honor, and I'm going to show this to you, of Julius Caesar. You have to understand this because a lot of times people tell me, I was born 11/11 because my birthday is in November. No, November is not the 11th month, right? November is not the 11th month. In fact, January is the 11th month. February is 12th month. And March is the 1st. This is where we usher in spring, the changing of a new season. Thank you, David. So a lot of times people think they are in alignment with their life path and their birth numbers, and they're not. So I'm going to show you the origin of the month of July. Okay. Again, unlike June, June is named for a mortal, but July is named after Julius Caesar, a Roman historian. So, in honor of Julius Caesar's, which was his birth month, Quintilis was renamed July when Julius Caesar died, but Quintilis means 5th month in Latin. So for a lot of people, they're saying this is the 7th month, this is the divine transition. That's inaccurate. That's not true. And the reason why you need to know this is because Christine Lagarde, I can see if I can find that video. Christine Lagarde talked about G7. She gave numerology on the 7th month. So now you have to understand that September, Septor, is the 7th month. And October, as in octopus and octagon, is the 8th month. And November is the 9th month. And the number 9, as Jesus died on the 9th hour on the cross, are a woman that carries a child for 9 months. And the 9th month is the month of completion, to where a child matures, and maturation, right, is the 9th month. And so once you understand the origins of these months and their names and the accuracy of it, and not go off the Gregorian calendar, then you will be in alignment. Now, September ends the Shemitah year this year. And so I'm expecting the number 8 is the number of new beginning, the ending of an old. It is the upside down infinity sign. It is the ending of an old to begin a new thing, right? The ending of an old to begin a new. Y'all, give me a second. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the ending of an old to begin something to a new. The number 8, the upside down infinity sign, it will begin in October. October, November, bringing in number 9, and the completion of a thing, the maturation, the matureness, right? If a woman has a child before 9 months, then it is considered a premature child. Number 9, right, when Jesus on the cross said, "It is finished." So December got its name from the Latin word decim, decim meaning 10. Originally the 10th month of the year in the Roman calendar. The first month, and this is why you see the season change. So this should be easy to see, is March because of the season change. So let's look at Christine Lagarde, who is the president of the IMF and the IMF Bank. Let's break down her numerology. Merci beaucoup. Can I say that? Merci beaucoup. And the number 7. So merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. I got to work on my merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. As you can tell, I do as I'm told. And I thought I had to stand up at the time when my immediate predecessor would sit down, and clearly I failed. Good afternoon, and thank you very much for having me with you. I would like to thank the National Press Club, and especially President Angela Grilling-Keane, for not only inviting me to this prestigious venue, but essentially presenting the outline of what I want to talk to you about now. So it's as if we had prepared that together, which we have not. Now, let me first of all, of course, begin by wishing you all a Happy New Year. I guess it's still time to do that, given that we are just exactly halfway through between our Western New Year and the Lunar New Year, which will loom in a few weeks' time. I think it's also appropriate to wish ourselves a Happy New Year, given what I would like to talk to you about, which has to do with the global economy and what we should expect for 2014. Now, I'm going to test you numerology skills by asking you to think about the magic 7. Okay? Most of you will know that 7 is quite a number in all sorts of themes, religions, and I'm sure that you can compress numbers as well. So, if we think about 2014, all right, I'm just giving you 2014, you drop the 0, 14, 2 times 7. Okay, that's just by way of example, and we're going to carry on. So 2014 will be a milestone and hopefully a magic year in many respects. It will mark the 100th anniversary of the First World War back in 1914. It will mark the 70th anniversary, drop the 0, 7, of the Bretton Woods Conference that actually gave birth to the IMF. And it will be the 25th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. 25th. Okay. It will also mark the 7th anniversary of the financial market jitters that quickly turned into the greatest global economic calamity since the Great Depression. The crisis still lingers. Calamity since the Great Depression. Market jitters that quickly turned into the greatest global economic calamity since the Great Depression. The crisis still lingers. Yet, optimism is in the air. We've left the deep freeze behind us, and the horizon looks just a bit brighter. So my hope and my wish for 2014 is that after those 7 miserable years, weak and fragile, we have 7 strong years. Now, I don't know whether the G7 will have anything to do with it, or whether it will be the G20. I certainly hope that the IMF will have something to do with it.
So that's her 777s. Now, if you're biblically inclined, you know, and also I was showing 13. There are 13 famines mentioned in the Bible, exactly 13, right? Famines, sorry, I said famous. Famines mentioned in the Bible, exactly 13. The 13th day of July, again, July is the 5th month. for the ruling of XRP. So you have 13 plus 5, which is 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. Again, 9 means a completion of a thing. Jesus died on the cross, the 369, and on the 9th hour, to be exact. 9 is the symbol of finality or completeness. There's 9 fruits of the Spirit, right? 9 also means ushering in a new era and judgment day. So you have the 13 plus the 5, which is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 is a pioneer number. In Acts chapter 10, the vision happened at exactly the 9th hour. Spiritual transformation. And so now we are in the 5th month, the 13th day, the ruling of XRP. However, we also have scheduled within 3 days Fed coin to be released. It is no coincidence to me that Fed XRP is ruling at the same time. I mean, not Fed coin, but Fed now is the technology that will enhance the business transactions of banking business and put a lot of commercial retail businesses out of business because they're not accustomed to handling those transactions 24/7, 7 days a week. They are accustomed to handling those transactions 5 days a week from 9 to 5. And so the bigger banks will thrive. Now I'm going to allow you all to listen to, and again, I never tell you anything. I never give you advice about, buying or selling crypto or any magnitude. But I want you to listen to David. Gosh, can't think of his name. You all can help me out. But he's the man that said to buy Bitcoin when it was a penny. He was the one that made the famous video to purchase Bitcoin. Give me a second. Let me pull him up. When it was just 1 cent. And I want you to get his opinion on, or I want you to hear his opinion on XRP. Let me pull that up for you. Also, I have some news for you about Chainlink. But he was saying to buy Bitcoin now, $1 in 2013. Let me pull that up for you. And his opinion on XRP. Again, it's an opinion, but he bought Bitcoin at $1. So I'm going to show you all that as well. Again, you all, if you have not, hit that thumbs up button for me. Whether you are watching this live or on the replay.
Now one Bitcoin is worth $50,000. Should people buy Bitcoin right now?
Yes, because it's still cheap. You're still going to get 100x off of Bitcoin.
This is the guy who bought Bitcoin at $1. Now one Bitcoin is worth $50,000. Should people buy Bitcoin right now?
Yes, because it's still cheap. You're still going to get 100x off of Bitcoin.
So I think his name is David Vinci, if I have it correct. So this is his thoughts and opinion on XRP.
Scam money. It's going to take away your wealth. Yes, it's pumping. Yes, I agree. It's pumping right now. I can see that. But this is going to do well because people don't understand it's a centralized system. You know I hate XRP. Why is that? Because it's a scam money. It's going to take away your wealth. Yes, it's pumping. Yes, I agree. It's pumping right now. I can see that. But this is going to do well because people don't understand it's a centralized system. You know.
Now, let's make sure that we hear that he said that it's going to do well. But he said it's going to do well because people do not understand it is a centralized system. However, this is just my thoughts on this, that even if you make your gains from XRP, you could convert it back and you can convert those gains into Bitcoin, into a decentralized currency. However, the ruling on XRP that is not a security is the purpose of that is to not have it centralized. So there was an old video clip that he made that video on before the ruling, but I do think that some type of way FedNow and Ripple will be collaborating, being that they made the judgment on the 13th, and just 7 days, because FedNow is supposed to be released July 20th. Again, the number 7, Christine Aguilera. I mean, not Christine Aguilera, Christine Lagarde said is talking about the 777s in her numerology. 7 again is the number of divine transition, right? The walls of Jericho came down 7 days. Jesus said he would never again destroy the earth by waters or flood again, right? So there was a divine transition and of a new earth, because the rainbow, at the way that it was done in the past, this is another covenant number, that the rainbow appears in the cloud, and we remember a covenant, just like the number 13 in Ishmael is a number of covenant as well. Now, when you have 7 and 6 together, 6 is the number of man, right? This is also in Genesis number 9, when God's covenant with Noah was made, right? But you also have 7 divine transitions. 6 is the number of man and wild beasts. It represents the intelligence of man, and also the currency system in Revelation of 666, and the currency system of the richest king in the Bible, King Solomon, and 1 Kings 10 and 14, accepting 666 weight of gold annually for his wisdom. So 6 is the intellect and the number of man and the number of marketplace and exchange and commerce. 7 is spiritual perfection and divine transition, and the number of 6 plus 1, which is the number of both man and God, right? That doing things with your intellect plus God intellect is spiritual perfection and a divine transition. This is where you get the 7 chakras from. And so with this being said, also you have Chainlink. A lot of people sleeping on Chainlink. I've been talking to you all about Chainlink. I think it's a little over $7 right now. But Chainlink is the cross-chain protocol for blockchain. Several top banks who are already collaborating with Chainlink to explore applications for a cross-chain protocol. Now, this number of banks, I know a lot of people are talking about, XRP and Ripple will be the bankers' coins for federal bankings. But however, this cross-chain CCIP interoperability protocol has launched early access, and this happened on in July 17th. Today, while a lot of people are looking at XRP, they're sleeping on Chainlink, the Oracle. You hear the Oracle from the Matrix. So early access to Ethereum, Avalanche, Polygon, Arbitrum, and Optimism. This Chainlink interoperability, I'm just going to say CCIP protocol, has officially launched today on Avalanche, Ethereum, Optimus, and Polygon. Also, I would not sleep on Polygon, but this was done at exactly 11 a.m. today, July 17th. 7 plus 1 is 8. Again, 8 is the number of abundance. The Bible mentions gold exactly 8 times in the book of Genesis, and Revelations 1:11, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. It is the intertwining of twin spirits, or spirits of duality, or infinite, right? Infinite, you have infinite opportunities, unlimited opportunities, rich opportunities in this universe, in, or what others might say is the matrix. So here's the number 11 again. 11 is a number of revelation. The Apostle John was given 11 things connected to the final judgment. The number 11 is the number of new beginnings. The 11th hour appears right before a start of a new day, right before midnight. Deuteronomy 11:11 represents transition into a new life of abundance in the promised land, that you are blessed with many resources. Deuteronomy 1:11, may the Lord thy God, the God of our ancestors, bless you and increase you 1,000 times more. However, number 11 also is representation, according to Genesis 11, the Tower of Babel, of a frequency shift, a shift of frequency. It also represents international. It also represents multiple, as multiple languages was dispersed. That is also a frequency and vibration shift when different people are speaking different languages. It also represents a wealth transfer, as in 9/11, millions of physical silver and gold was buried underneath the Twin Towers during 9/11, which is again sept. Sept equals 7. Septem in Latin means 7. So it was really 7/11. The winning numbers in dice, your local stores, the 7-Elevens that are internationally, where you can also get food and bread and other essential items, bread and water in your 7-Eleven international stores. So Genesis 11 also shows transfer. It also shows transfer of language, energy, frequency, and vibration. It also shows vision. The people had a vision. They had a vision in Genesis 11. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created. 11 is a creative number. So in 2021 alone, the network settled at 1.8, which is 9 quadrillion in transactions. And here's this number 11, again, connected with the Oracle and Chainlink. And this is 11,000 banks, plus financial messages that have already been sent to these banks through the CCIP system. This is showing how financial institutions are using and will use the CCIP through the Oracle, through Chainlink. Again, and it's interoperability in operability. I can't hardly say that. But these financial institutions, you all, I'm just gonna say international, right? Is with Australia, Citibank, New Zealand Bank, New Zealand, Euroclear, Lloyds Banking, all according to Chainlink, and the price is now like $7.27 as Chainlink pumped almost 10% in the past 8 hours. I do believe that Ripple, XRP, and Chainlink, to make those transactions faster, will be collaborative and work simultaneously and work together. So that's just it on the 13. Understanding that July is the 5th month. Again, the number 5 is a number of balance. We have 5 fingers, 5 toes. When Daniel killed the giant with the 5 smooth, was it 5 smooth stones? Let me make sure. My light in the background keeps going on and off, so I'll see what's wrong with my light back there. But yes, the 5 that David used to fight Goliath. I think I said Daniel. David used to fight Goliath was 5 smooth stones. So we have July. You have the 10 commandments of the 5 laws in the natural, and the 5 commandments or laws in the spiritual, right? And so with this being said, I want you all to know that we are in a balance or a transfer from an old monetary system. We're already there, to be honest with you, right? And to a new monetary system. Again, August will bring in the number 6, the 6. And then you, again, I already broke down the 7, 8, and 9 and 10 months. Now, when the Shemitah happens or ends in September, you want to be looking. We may see a bloody market crash. That's going to be the 7 month. You may see crypto until the Bitcoin halving that happens in April. You can't sleep? Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah. You can mix it with almond milk too, if you want to. So in period, also number 5 is a prophetic period in the book of Daniel. I love Daniel, and then even Daniel chapter 7. But at Daniel chapter 2, it's a symbolizer of the successors of the Roman Empire. And it was the final prophetic period represented by the 10 toes of iron that was mixed with clay. Period 5, right? A prophetic period, period 5. And so I'm just showing you all what's going on. Also, you may can expect hyperinflation with food. It may not look like it's going to be a lack of food, but you won't see cheap food. Price of eggs was already up 600%. And now we have a grain deal that ended. It says million will pay the price as Russia is demanding to this deal was a beacon of hope and exports and food and fertilizer, but Russia is demanding to end. What it says is restricted holdings. So Russia is halting right through wartime that allows grains to flow through Ukraine countries into Africa and Middle East and Asia, where hunger is growing threat and high food prices have pushed people back into poverty. This was today, July 17th. Millions of people face hunger. Again, I told you all 13 famines mentioned in the Bible. 13. So 2 warnings, countries, major global suppliers. This is wheat, barley, and other affordable food products. A lot of your cheap food that was affordable will not be affordable. It's not going to be affordable. And this is why I have been faithfully since 2018 telling people you need to desperately, because a lot of people are going to be priced out of this crypto movement, meaning you're not going to be able to afford your groceries and essential needs. And if you don't put your money in and get in crypto now, so you can see these gains, you're going to be priced out. You're going to be where it's not going to be affordable. You won't see 1,000x returns, right? You're not going to see these big returns. You're going to see 2x and 3x and 4x, and that's not going to be enough. So all I'm saying is, can I show you all something? How many people I got on? My birthday is September 26th, right? 7/26. I was born at 3:41 a.m., which equals 8. 3:41 a.m. You also need to know, why my light keep going out back there? You don't need to know that, but I want to know why my light keep going out back there. I'll fix it. But so if you are 9/26 or you are Libra, I just want to share this with you. This is it's nothing to do with crypto or anything. I just think it's cool because I was born September 26th, right? Houghton Bugs, Will Smith, 9/26 people. I believe Will Smith is 9/26. So the first Hebrew year began on a new moon, which was declared to have occurred on Sunday, October the 6th at 11:11 p.m. So if you're an October the 6th person, October 8/6, shout out to you. You see the numbers, the 4111s. This is the first year in the biblical 19 lunar cycle that had 355 days. Now, according to Jewish tradition, Adam and Eve was created on the last day of the first Hebrew year. Right? So the last day of the first Hebrew year, which corresponded to Friday, September the 26th, 3760. Right? So, with that being said, you all, let me re-say that. The first Hebrew year began on a new moon, which declared to have occurred on Sunday, October the 6th at 11:11. The Bible talks about a new moon and all the times, right? Women's menstrual is connected with the moon. So, it was the first year in the first biblical 19 lunar cycle. They had 355 days. Interestingly, according to Jewish tradition, Adam and Eve was created on the last day of the first Hebrew year, which corresponded to September 26, 1360 BC, before Christ. So I just thought there was some interesting information because I'm 926. So if you're October the 6th, shout out to you as well. But people, see the 11:11. The numbers, it comes from the Bible Hebrew calendar. So let me get out the live stream, so because my daughter is making some okay noise in the background. So I feel like talking about 11:11, maybe because I haven't live streamed in a couple of days. So give me 5 more minutes, indulge me. Psalm in the Bible is the only book in the Bible that has 111 or more chapters. So Psalm 111 praises God, mighty works, and its last verse reveals how a person can gain wisdom. I'm going to leave that homework to you. Read Psalm 111, the last verse, and it reveals how a person can gain wisdom. 111 is also a wisdom, right? Scripture. 111 also relates to the role of Jesus as the Godhead and his authority. Again, Revelation 1 and 11, spoken by Christ to Apostle John, is the revealing of the Trinity in the Godhead. But read Psalms 111, that last verse, and it reveals to you how to gain wisdom. I'm signing out. We're going to look for the next 3 days and see when Fed Now is officially launched, supposedly July 20th. We're going to look and see how XRP reacts to that in exactly 3 days. Now my light back on. Come on, light. You got to stay on while I'm live streaming. Okay, you all. I'm out. Again, XRP, I believe it is the chosen one. And I actually had some people asking me, like, should I sell? I'm like, it haven't even hit $1 yet. Why would you sell? Like, people, and actually, you should never really even want to sell any of your crypto assets. If anything, you should want to use decentralized. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not your fiduciary. But you should see how you should. And it's not just XRP, because I'm so tired of, I just told people about what Chainlink is doing with 11,000 banks. I'm so tired of people only saying XRP. Like, XRP is just, the holy grail. I think Bitcoin is the holy grail because it's decentralized. It was the first deemed commodity, right? But, if you get in at 70, 80 cents at XRP, and if it reach, it could just act as a stable coin. It could be just a good trader's coin, especially because I do question, why would they make this judgment at this time and make it so affordable for people to get in at this cheap of entry price? That is not the MO of the government. I promise you that. They don't have your best interests at heart. I promise you. So we're going to look at that. However, again, I am holding. I don't know why people would want to take gains and it's not hadn't even hit $1. Hopefully it does not just perform like a stable coin or or a trader's coin, but that's what it's acting like now. And we're going to see when Fed Now is released. You have to be careful if this is going to be the Fed's or government's coin. And we're going to see how it will perform after the Bitcoin halving during the bull run of March and April of next year. That will tell the test of time, right? So congratulations for those who are holding and hodling and know what you have in your hands. And for the people that's selling, you don't really understand. You don't. It's not even $1 yet, right? So once you learn some things like decentralized financing, or if you're going to, again, I'm not giving you financial advice, but I'll say it this way. The only thing I would want to cash my crypto out for is tangible real estate. And that's it. If I'm not getting tangible real estate in tenants, I'm not cashing out for a Lambo. I'm not cashing out for a 100K vehicle. I'm not cashing out for a $250,000 vehicle. I love my Mercedes G-Wagon, and et cetera, et cetera. But I'm going to have my real estate and my condo community. I'm already thinking about my exit game to stay out of the government system. Having my own real estate and rental property does that. And then I'll take those assets. Now my light's back on. And then I'll take those assets. Oh, my teeth look so white. Never wore braces, anything. See, money. I'm just looking at my teeth. And then I'll take that cash flow from my tangible real estate. And then I may splurge. As Robert Kiyosaki says, allow your assets to purchase your liabilities. You all, thanks for tuning in. Queen out. Hit that thumbs up. And thanks for everyone that said hello. Hello, DJ Serve. Thank you for tuning in as well. Don't forget Psalm 111. Read that last verse on how to gain wisdom.